That's what you said. And you know what? What was that? Okay, James.
Good morning, besties. First of all, I look a mess right now. Mind you, I'm supposed to be styling a wig right now for my Halloween costume. Nintendo. Good morning, besties. I come to you with an emergency announcement. There is a new update for Animal Crossing New Horizons for the Switch 2 and the Switch 1. The update is coming out in January, but they released the trailer today. This is not going to be a blind reaction video because I did watch the trailer already. I watched it on the train because that's when it came out. I was on the train on my way to Ulta because I'm trying to style my Halloween costume right now. And I imagine I looked slightly deranged to the other people on the MARTA with me, but that's okay because we're home now. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through the trailer point by point and talk about what has been presented to us today. So get ready, besties. Grab your snack, grab your drink, grab your notebook, I guess. I don't know, take some notes. Let me know down in the comments if there's anything that I missed in this video that was really exciting to you or that you wanted to talk about. And let's get right into it. I want to apologize again for my very scrungly appearance in the intro. I apologize if that was a jump scare. I was not planning on doing makeup until later today for my Halloween costume, which again, which I'm supposed to be working on. But here we are, ready to watch this trailer. All right, here we go, besties. Here we go.
Hello, everyone.
I honestly hate that. How have you been, girl? So this is both stuff for the Switch 2 and the Switch 1. So if you have a Switch 1, you'll be able to access some of the features, but not all of them. So these are the Switch 2 specific ones. See, this is to be expected. I would hope that the graphics would be better. And in fact, I have been considering getting a Switch 2 specifically to play Kirby Air Riders when it comes out. But I also have been considering moving Tokyo 3 from my OLED Switch to the Switch 2 when I get it, because I think Tokyo 3 will probably run better on a Switch 2. Yeah, these are just Switch 2 features. You have the mouse controls. I'm so sorry, this is so zoomed in. Hold on a second. Okay, I think that's better. This is really cool, using mouse controls to make custom designs, though I think a lot of players already use like web apps to make custom designs and then like put them in the game. But that is a very cool feature. This is funny. This is funny. If you had Animal Crossing on the Wii, then you will remember this feature. I think it was also on the DS and 3DS too, because of the microphone. But you can like yell at your villagers. Summon her. Summon Lolly to us. You don't have to look for them for a million years and they find out they're in the museum. This is kind of crazy that you can do 12-player multiplayer on Switch 2. Game chat, also nice. Once again, we had that on the Wii, but it's nice that they have it now. That's crazy, seeing that many people in the cafe. But having seen the rest of the presentation, I will say it is a little disappointing that they don't appear to have added the Captain Island games that you can play on multiplayer. That's a big miss, in my opinion. And yes, this all happens on January 15th. So unfortunately, you cannot open your game today. This is not a 2.0 update situation where it just dropped randomly. But it is good that you can upgrade it. I will be switching Tokyo 3 to a Switch 2 and getting the upgrade pack because I think it'll help it run a lot better. This is the stuff that everyone will be getting on January 15th. So if you have a Switch 1 and you have Animal Crossing, which I imagine you do if you're watching this video, then pay attention, besties. This is for you. This, I have a lot of opinions about. This is crazy. First of all, the Captain tease, the Captain Island tease, so foul, honestly. Like, they know what we want. I want to play the hammer game, right? And I see this and I'm like, oh my god, it's back. But that's not entirely the case. It's another decorating feature. It's another decorating mini. Look at the new furniture. Hold on, pause. Wait, go back. Look at this new furniture. Look at this. I'm so happy with this. The lamp in the corner, the bed, the divider between the beds, the dresser. This new furniture is so beautiful. Obviously, like on the one hand, I'm kind of sad that this feature is sort of similar to Happy Home Paradise, but at the same time, new furniture. So the decorator in me is happy, but I feel sad for players who are not decorators and who probably wanted something like the Captain Island games. Instead, they're just getting Happy Home Paradise, but for free instead of paid DLC. Which, I guess is also a good thing. I think it's good that they're offering a similar experience to the paid DLC, presumably for free. Look at the suitcase. Look at the suitcase. That's so cute. I'm glad that, you know, that players don't have to shell out $25 extra just to decorate villager rooms like this. Like, I think this is cool. It's just a shame that it's not something for players who don't like to decorate, which is a significant amount of players, I think. That's behind my head, but there's a ticket system. You can use them to buy the new furniture. Or this is specific, like, captain themed furniture. That's so cute. That plant, that streetlight. Oh my God, look at, hold on. Go back. We're going through all of this. Okay, these are hotel specific. This bird of paradise, there's pampas grass down there. We see, hold on, let me like go through all of this. I'm so serious. Okay, this is all hotel stuff. It's more circle cushion. That's new. Circle cushion, cutlery, ice pail, glass pitcher, bird of paradise, pampas grass, rolling suitcase, wall-mounted bookshelf, cat plushie, flower planter, mug shelves, simple street lamp, which I love. This street lamp is going in Tokyo 3. Colorful lantern arch, tubular lamp, tubular magazine rack, tubular chair, tubular shelves, tubular table. This is a whole set, the tubular set. That looks, the metal, that reminds me of, we already have similar like sleek furniture, but it reminds me of the sleek furniture and like bringing the full set. Kind of like how we got some of the sloppy items, but not all of them. I wish they would add that though. I hope that there's like a secret hidden thing and we get the rest of the sloppy set. That would be so perfect. We also got the artful set. So we have the artful screen, the artful lamp, chair, shelves, bed, the kitty partition. The kitty car is so cute. I'm going to put this in the playground on Nautilus. Absolutely. That is adorable. The seesaw. There's a seesaw. Oh my God. Oh, you can suggest things for them to wear. That's really cute. I really like that. And you can, it's sort of like, instead of having custom designs that you share with your friends, you can share like actually put together outfits. That's really nice. I didn't even notice that my first time watching. Okay, this is really cute too. You can scan the NPC amiibos in. But okay, my concern with this, besides the fact that, okay, wait, pause again. Okay, so you can invite guests with amiibo, which is great. You can invite NPCs. This is, I believe, the tubular furniture. So we have some chairs, we have a table, we have that gorgeous bookshelf, we have the little magazine rack. I really, really like this furniture. And once again, for me, as someone who likes decorating, this is all fantastic. This is like, chef's kiss, beautiful new furniture. We have a new game mode for decorating where you don't have to own the $25 DLC, so players can get like a taste of Happy Home Paradise without buying Happy Home Paradise. That's awesome, genuinely. My main concern though is just the fact that, one, players who don't like to decorate are not getting the Captain Island games that we had in New Leaf, and also my other concern, okay, pause again for a second. My other concern, besides the fact that this is another decorating game mode, is the fact that for my island, Nautilus, personally, my dock is supposed to be like a very rural area. It's supposed to be like remote. It's private. It's like the dock off of the beach next to my player character's house. So the idea of having this giant building on my dock is not personally what I prefer. So that does concern me a little bit. I don't love that, but I do like the feature they've added. I just wish that it was different in several ways, but it is cool. This is also crazy that they were just like, oh, casually dropping bulk crafting. The feature everybody's been asking for. I'm curious about this delivery system where you can get tickets. That's kind of cool. I'm curious what it means by like delivering them to other islands. Like, is that online? Like, what is that? Okay, this is also major. The storage has expanded to 9,000, and we can now store bushes and trees and flowers, which is huge. This is going to change Tokyo 3. This is going to revolutionize Tokyo 3. And Resetti, this is also, all of these quality of life updates are so great for building an island. Like, if you like to make different islands, different themes, all of the updates that they presented in this video are gonna appeal to you. Like, look at this new feature. Okay, first of all, that little car is so cute. I love that item. But you can use Resetti to flatten your island, okay? So there's no more like worrying of like, oh, do I reset my island and then I have to redo my whole catalog and all my recipes and everything? You can flatten so much more easily now. Look at that. That's magic. You can just flatten your island and then you don't have to worry about that. I don't see any new furniture in this room, but this is the other feature. For people who like to decorate and build islands, This is insane. This is the feature where I was like, okay, I have to make a video about this because this is the dream world. This is going to finish Tokyo 3. I'm so serious. Look at this. So you wake up and you're essentially on a new island that you can completely customize. You have access to your entire catalog, so everything you've ever made or bought, just like in Happy Home Paradise. You can pick up trees in your pockets. You can plant trees at different ages, like how we stunt trees. You can do all the normal terraforming, like with rivers and cliffs. You can build inclines and bridges instantly for no money. You can pick the time of day, and you can invite your villagers from your island. This has so many applications. The main one I'm thinking of, look at this, you can have 3 of them. You can have 3 different islands, and they can all be different sizes. So you can have like a tiny one if you want to do just like one area, or you can have like a giant full-size island. This is going to be so amazing for planning. If you want to plan a big build and you don't want to have to like do stuff permanently, you can even have free labor. If you have friends, you can invite your friends and force them to do manual labor for you. That's excellent. You could use this to plan an area on your island so you don't have to like do everything permanently, you know, paying for bridges and inclines, moving villager houses. It's so tedious. This you can do instantly and just completely recreate the area that you want to make on your island and then have a template to make it permanently. And of course, if you want to experiment with themes, you can do whatever theme you want. It's just there's so many applications. It's incredible. Okay, this is very cute. They're adding Nintendo items, including the virtual console. But the thing that bothers me about this, okay, first of all, by this young gentleman's head, we can see, first of all, the Game Boy, as well as the other virtual consoles throughout the room. But we can also see a new dresser. At least, I think it's a new dresser, like not the dresser that we saw earlier in the video, but it's in a different colorway at the very least. Very, very nice. But the thing that bothers me about this, the online membership. Why do we need the online membership to play Virtual Console? I understand that they have the online membership already where you can play Virtual Console games, but like in Animal Crossing, you've always been able to play them with the game. You know, it just feels kind of scummy to me when that was a feature available for free in the previous games. I don't know. Not my favorite. The Lego items are cute. They're not really my cup of tea, but it's cool that they added them. Oh, you Lego heads out there. We have to do another Lego stream. I have the airport set ready to build. We gotta do that. This is crazy. This blew my mind. Okay, let's pause. All right, so we have a ton of items from the new Zelda games. So they have old Zelda items as well as new items for the new Switch games. So we have the Guardian in the ground. We have the Zonai portal gate tablet thing. I played Tears of the Kingdom. I know what that thing is. I just don't remember what it's called. We have obviously the Master Sword. We have Majora's Mask. We have the rupees you can walk through. We have the Triforce, the Ocarina, the Fairy, new outfits, all these new wallpapers. So cute. Also new wigs. Watch this. This Zelda wig. Hold on. This Zelda wig. The girls are gonna wear this wig out. Okay, the girlies, you're gonna open Instagram. Every girlie's gonna have this wig on. Okay, this little bob with the braids. The girlies are gonna wear this out. They're gonna eat this wig all the way up. This broke my brain. You mean to tell me that I can invite Tulin Zelda to live on my Animal Crossing island? You mean to tell me? And hold on, Minoru also. Minoru is cute, but Tulin broke my brain. This Link wig is also very cute, but the Zelda wig, the girl's gonna run that wig into the ground. Let's be real. This also caught me off guard because at first I thought that these were the New Leaf villagers, but these are villagers based off of the idols from Splatoon 3. They're so cute. I'm sorry, I missed her name. The items are also really adorable. Big man, well, hold on. Big man spotted. Big man bench. That wig is also very cute. Those items are really fun. I really like those items. And there you have it. Available January 15th. So there's some time before this update comes out. This is not a shadow drop like the 2.0 update. But I'm very excited for this. I'm excited, but I do have concerns, as I mentioned before. This was funny. This was funny to me. Oh, wait. We saw the pampas grass. Hold on a second. First of all, why'd they put Raymond in this outfit? Why'd they put Raymond in this outfit? They know what they're doing. Okay, but let's go back for a second. This item in the corner, okay, first of all, wait a second. That's a brand new fireplace. I didn't even notice that. That's a brand new fireplace. We have a new fireplace, and we also have the pampas grass in the corner. That's really pretty. This is the UI for the different hotel rooms. Those all look like items we've seen before. Raymond in this frilly shirt. Oh. And that is the trailer for the new update. It's so surreal having this. I am at a loss for words, to be honest. I'm still kind of freaking out, and I don't really know how to gather all of my thoughts necessarily. I will say once again, my concerns, okay? We'll do the bad and then we'll do the good to end on a high note. So my concerns start with this Captain Hotel, okay? So like I said, in theory, I like this. In theory, I like that players no longer have to pay for the DLC to access a similar type of gameplay where you're decorating random villager rooms. You can invite NPCs with Amiibo and other characters with Amiibo. You can unlock new furniture items. I like that, right? I also like that they added bulk crafting along with this. I think that's a great quality of life update. My two concerns: one, this building is very, very large. For my island personally, it's not what I would prefer. Let's just say that. It's very obtrusive, let's say, to the aesthetic of my current island that I've had for 5 years, Nintendo. But that's really a minor complaint. My big complaint is that for players who don't have the DLC, I'm glad that they have this feature. But at the same time, people have been asking specifically for the mini game Tortimer Island from New Leaf, where you could travel to Tortimer's Island and Captain's family was there. So it was a very similar setup, but you could play mini games. You could play bug catching mini games, hide and seek, fishing mini games. There was the one with the hammer. Like, there were lots of fun mini games, and it made multiplayer so much more interesting. And I think it's ironic that they added 12-player multiplayer in the Switch 2 version, but you still don't have the mini games. Like, this serves a very specific type of player that is already served by the other features in the game, including the DLC that already exists. So it sort of feels like not necessarily redundant, because once again, it gives a feature to all players that was previously only a DLC feature, but at the same time, it is still leaving out those players who don't like to decorate, which is not me. As we have already established, I love decorating. That's my whole entire YouTube channel and my thousands of hours playing this game. But it is a shame for the people who wanted a different style of gameplay and are still not getting it. That is my big complaint with this feature. Even if I don't like the building, I wish if there were mini games in this building, I would be a lot less upset. Let's just say that. Okay, this is my other complaint with this update. The fact that you need Nintendo Online to play Virtual Console is very antithetical to the spirit of Animal Crossing to me. Virtual Console has been in Animal Crossing since the GameCube, since the N64, the Japanese Dobutsu no Mori, like not even English Animal Crossing. They have had Virtual Console games from previous Nintendo systems available in the game. And they didn't have that at all in New Horizons, and now they're adding it in, but you have to have the Nintendo Online subscription, which already gives you access to Virtual Console games. So I don't know how many of those games will be repeats from Nintendo Switch Online. Like, you can just play, I don't know, Kirby's Dream Course in Animal Crossing instead of in the Nintendo Switch Online app, you know? But it just feels scummy. It just feels really scummy to me, and I don't like it. So I really wish that was just a feature available to all players. Like, you don't have to make it online. Like, part of the Nintendo Switch Online Virtual Console experience is that you can play Virtual Console games from old systems with your friends. Like, I can play Kirby's Dream Course with my brother over Wi-Fi instead of having to be in the same room together with with a SNES. So if the games were just single player and not online, I feel like that's a fair compromise of, like, it's not the exact same experience as NSO, but you don't have to pay for NSO. Does that make sense? Like, this just feels wrong to me. I don't like this. But that is the end of my negativity. I guess if I had another complaint, it would be that we don't have the old collab villagers, but I kind of like that they came up with new ones. I think that's fun. They're for the current game. So as much as, you know, you might miss the Wolf Link villager, they added villagers from the new games. That flower item, hold on. That flower item is so gorgeous. I want to add these items to my mystical forest on Nautilus. That would be so pretty. Imagine having a guardian just in the mystical forest, in the gyroid forest. They're called guardians, right? I haven't played Breath of the Wild in years, I'm gonna be honest. And I need to finish Tears of the Kingdom. I'm literally right at the end of the game. I just haven't finished it. But yeah, it's a shame that we're not getting the old collab villagers, but I think having brand new ones is great. So I can't be mad about that. So those were the bad things that I didn't like about the update. Let's talk about the good. Let's break down all the good stuff that's coming. Obviously, there's stuff like the improved graphics on Switch 2 that's really nice. I'm excited to see Tokyo 3 in proper HD. The mouse controls are really cool. These are all stuff that's like, it's nice that Switch 2 players get to have these little extra features, but they're not so much where it's like, oh, I need to play Animal Crossing on Switch 2. You know, it's not like a necessity, which I actually think is a good thing because they're not adding enough to the game to make it feel necessary. Like I think that they split up the update correctly between the two systems. Like, players who already have a Animal Crossing save on a Switch 1 should not have to get a Switch 2 to have a significantly different experience. The 12-player multiplayer is cool, but I really, really wish they had added the mini games because this is really cute, but, you know, it's these are all features that were in old games. You know, the voice chat, the 12-player multiplayer obviously is new, but there was a lot more to do with your friends in New Leaf, and it's just a shame that they still have not fully added back in Tortimer Island. I kept calling it Catton's Island. I also appreciate that there is an upgrade pack, so I don't have to buy I have to buy the full game again. That's really nice. And once again, even though I complained about this hotel feature and how it's not Tortimer Island, there's no mini games, I do think it is really genuinely good that there is an equivalent type of feature to Happy Home Paradise that players that don't own the DLC can access. You do not have to pay $25 extra to access this type of gameplay anymore. You can just access it on your island for free for buying the game. I think that's genuinely a good thing. It's just a shame that it's at the expense of players who don't like decorating as gameplay. Love all the new items. They're phenomenal. I can't wait to see all of them. We didn't get to see all of them in the trailer. They're leaving some surprises for us. I like this feature too. This outfit feature, especially because I feel like when I make custom designs, my villagers dress crazy. So the idea of being able to make a full outfit for them is very appealing. Like, teach them how to dress a little bit. Bulk crafting, I mean, that's perfect. That's such a necessary feature. And I'm curious to see more about how this whole like crafting feature with Captain works. Same with expanding the storage and allowing you to store trees and shrubs and flowers. That is so fantastic. Another great quality of life update. No more flower beaches. Resetti, I understand people miss Resetti being a bully, but in New Horizons, it's just not compatible with the type of gameplay people are doing, which is a shame, but it is what it is. And I think this feature, once again, amazing quality of life update. It is going to make flattening islands so much easier and will decrease the amount of resets you have to do. Right? Like, you can keep all of your progress and then just flatten your island and start over. This Dream World feature is honestly blowing my mind. Like, it's just, there's so much possibility here. Obviously, for planning, if you have a really complicated island theme, like I do with Tokyo 3 being like a post-apocalyptic city based off of Evangelion, making Tokyo 3 so complicated, but being able to test things out with zero stakes. I don't have to spend any money. I don't have to time travel. I can have my friends help me. I can change the time of day. I can move stuff around. It's so helpful. And I can have 3 different islands at a time to experiment on. And I can have them be different sizes. Like, it's going to be so amazing for that. But then on top of that, you can also just use it to like have fun. Like, if you want to make like a fake island with a different theme than your regular island just for fun, you don't have to like tear everything down and worry about everything looking nice. You can just like, oh, what if I had my villagers in a completely different theme? And you could just make that. Like, you can be so creative and fun in a way that we've been asking for with Happy Home Paradise that we're not quite able to do with the DLC. We can now do in the Dream Suite. That's incredible. This, you know how I feel about this. I don't want to talk about that. The Lego items are cute. Even if they're not my style, they're very cute. I'm sure Kidcore Islands will love the Lego furniture. The arcade machine's cute too. I really like that. And of course, the collabs, bringing back the Zelda stuff, bringing back the Splatoon stuff, the new villagers, I really, really like. Even though we lost the old collab villagers, I'm really glad that they clearly went to a lot of trouble to bring these collabs back. It wasn't just like copy paste from New Leaf. Like they were very detailed about it and put a lot of work into it. This is so cute. I really like this stuff. This is such an amazing update. I have my complaints, like I said, but overall, I mean, how can you be mad? This is incredible. I'm curious if you're like me and you have gripes with this update, what they are, if there's any other features that you wish they had added that they may have not added. I really like what I'm seeing here for the most part. I'm sad we're not getting Tortimer Island games. I'm kind of conflicted about the hotel being like a giant building all of a sudden on my island that I didn't get to choose. I'm actually genuinely upset about the virtual console being tied to NSO. I think that is a crime, to be honest. But everything else, it's all stuff we've wanted. It's, bulk crafting, amazing. More storage and being able to store plants, amazing. Using Resetti to flatten your island, amazing. The Dream Suite as a blank canvas where you can practice anything you want to make and you can imagine anything and do a completely different theme, amazing. Now that I'm thinking about it, I do wish that they had given us more custom design slots, because I feel like if I wanted to do a new theme on the Dream Suite Island, I would want the option to download new custom designs without deleting my old ones. I wish that they were like Dream Suite custom designs. Like you had a completely different set of custom designs that you could access in the Dream Suite, and you could like switch back and forth between your regular ones and your Dream Suite ones. That would be amazing. But once again, we don't have all the information about the update. We saw some of the new furniture, which is incredible. I really like it. And overall, I mean, it's an Animal Crossing update in 2026. That is insane to me. I'm curious if this tells us anything at all about the timeline for Animal Crossing New Horizons 2 on the Switch 2, because obviously they're going to make a new game. This is the second best-selling Switch game. They're obviously going to make another Animal Crossing for Switch 2. It's just a matter of time. But I am glad that they addressed their 40 million players of this game and gave them some new content to look forward to on Switch 2 and primarily on Switch 1. They're not forcing the player base to move to the new console. They're like, this is for all Animal Crossing players, and if you play on Switch 2, you just get a couple extra quality of life features that are tied to the console, like the graphics, the mouse controls, the voice chat, all stuff that you need a Switch 2 for. So it feels very fair to Switch 1 players outside of the NSO thing, which is annoying. And it also feels really fair to players who don't have the DLC, who now have this hotel feature, who get a very similar experience. But yeah, once again, let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know if you have plans for your island. Once again, I have so many plans for Tokyo 3 with this update. This has completely strengthened my resolve to get a Switch 2 and migrate Tokyo 3 to the Switch 2 and finish it on a Switch 2 where it will run better. And I now have access to all these features that are going to make building so much easier. And that also means that there will be a free slot to build another island on my OLED Switch. So be on the lookout for that, besties. I actually am planning on making a video soon for Sims players who may be feeling some type of way about the current state of EA and The Sims 4, who may be interested in getting into Animal Crossing. I was going to make a tips and tricks video with all of the information you could possibly want about this game and how to approach it as a Sims player, especially if you like to decorate. If you're coming into this game because you want to decorate like you do in The Sims 4, then you're definitely going to want to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when that video goes up, because it is going to have all the information you could possibly want about Animal Crossing New Horizons. And with the new update, there's going to be even more for you to look forward to. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for more Animal Crossing videos coming very soon. Also, if you're watching this the day that it goes up, there will be a Halloween speed build on the channel as well. This kind of interrupted my entire workflow, but that's okay because it's an Animal Crossing update. I can't help but be excited. But yeah, check that out. And happy Halloween and happy Animal Crossing update announcement day. And I'll see you all again very soon. Bye, besties.